welcome to the Primary Focus, our brand new podcast at Wise Primary. I'm Mary Beth Masters, Family Engagement Coordinator, and I'll be your host. The Primary Focus will bring the school to you, our listener. We'll be posting episodes every week, providing our school community with information about what's going on in and around the school. Each week we will feature a topic and interview a special guest from the school or a local member of the community. So many wonderful things happen at Wise Primary, and this podcast will be another way for us to showcase and celebrate our students' accomplishments. We hope our podcast will help us build a better relationship with our families by keeping them more informed and also help us stay connected to the community too. Let's jump right in with this week's Primary Focus, making the jump from involvement to engagement. The more you keep families informed about school news and include them in school happenings, the more they feel like part of the team. To have a stronger connection with the school, you have to move from being involved to being engaged. This week, we have two special guests joining us. Erin Slemp, our school librarian and Boost president, and Daniel Vanover, our technology coach. They are here to talk to us about school communication at Wise Primary. Welcome, Erin.
Thank you, Mary Beth, for having me.
Erin, could you tell us a little bit more about Boost and what does Boost stand for?
Well, I'm excited to be here and to share information about Wise Primary School Boost. The word BOOST stands for Building Our Organization Stronger Together. And in our bylaws, which can be found online on the school's webpage, it states that BOOST is organized to support the education and welfare of students at Wise Primary School by fostering relationships between the caregivers, teachers, students, and administrators.
You know, we haven't had a parent-teacher organization at Wise Primary for some time. So how long has Boost been here at Wise Primary School?
Well, it started about 3 years ago, just as a parent group, and Miss Mullins interested in bringing something back because we've not had a PTA in several years. So we actually got started last year. Last year was our first full year. We got our feet wet, started realizing what we needed to do and how best we could help our community and our school. So this is our second year, and we're excited to be here.
It is so wonderful that we have another parent-teacher organization here at Wise Primary School. We've been without one for so long. Can you tell us a little bit more about what Boost has done this past year?
Okay. Sure. First of all, let me touch on, you said our parent organization. It's not just for parents. It can be for aunt, uncle, any family member, even friends of Wise Primary School. We have several teachers that come back and help as well that are no longer teaching here. So it's for anyone in the community. Last year, we brought back Santa's Workshop, which you helped with, Mary Beth, and it was a great success. We had a lot of fun with that. And it helped the children understand money and how does money work. And it helped the children who still were uneasy with money and how to use money understand how you do that. And we had several parents and volunteers that helped teach the children while they were there. This is what money means, and this is how much this cost, and this is how much change you'll have left over. It was a great opportunity to bring the community in and working with our students. But Boost was the sponsor of that, and that's one of the main things that we wanted to accomplish last year was bringing Santa's Secret Workshop back. And by the way, we're going to be bringing that back this year as well.
The Santa's Workshop was such a great experience, not only for the kids, but for the volunteers that were there to be able to see the kids come in and see all the different things that we had available for them to purchase for their parents and loved ones. And it was a very exciting time for not only for them, but for us as well. And can you tell us a little bit about what we used the money that was raised with the Santa's Workshop?
Yes. Thankfully, because we had enough volunteers, Boost sponsored the event and we had outside volunteers and help, we were able to use that money to help the school. We bought a popcorn machine for the children to use at dances or as rewards in the classroom. We also bought a cotton candy machine that we could use for several different events throughout the year for the children. And we also used some of those funds for the teachers for end of year thank you presents for the teachers for having such a great year.
Yes. The teachers were very excited and thankful for the gifts that you all gave for Teacher Appreciation Week.
Right, and it wasn't just about raising money, but we were able to teach the children about how to use money and spend money and how much do things cost and what kind of change they get. So it was just a really great educational experience for everyone involved.
Right, and I do know that Boost also helped the school purchase water bottle stations that will be installed in the school this year, and I think that is something that everybody's going to be very excited about.
That is something new this year that we are getting installed, and it also has a filtration system with it. So it's also cleaner for all of our students. So we're really excited about that. That's some things that we're using the funds for as well, yes.
So, Erin, can you tell us a little bit more about becoming a member of Boost, and when are the meetings held?
Sure. We have around 5 meetings every year, and they're usually on a Thursday night. Sometimes, though, they might be on a Tuesday night, but we try to work around the parent's schedule or the volunteer or whoever it is that is coming to the meeting. And we do have a membership fee. It's $2 per person. And anybody can join. Like I said, any family members, friends of Wise Primary School, we would love to have you and look forward for that input. Now, don't think it's all just like we want you to volunteer, or we want you to come and just be present and know and be aware of what's going on in some of these options that we are voting on for the student body. So just come and join us and see what kind of stuff we're getting into. It's going to be a fun year. We got a lot of things planned.
We do have a lot of things planned, and the membership forms will be going home very soon, and we hope to have a membership drive and some rewards for classrooms or maybe students that have the most membership in their family. So we hope that everybody will join our Boost organization and stay involved and engaged.
Great. I hope that we have a lot of people coming up. Our next meeting, I wanted to let you know, is this Thursday, August the 22nd at 6 at Wise Primary School.
Thank you, Erin, very much for joining us, and we look forward to hearing more about Boost and what they're doing this year at Wise Primary School.
Thank you. Hope to see you all soon.
Okay, thank you so much. And now we would like to turn our attention to Daniel Vanover. He is our technology coach, and he is going to talk to us about the Home Access Center. And if you're not familiar with the Home Access Center, it is a very important place for parents to visit.
Yes, it is. And thank you for having me on here, Mary Beth. I'm really excited about this podcast, so we're able to reach out to parents and community members about some of the great things that are happening here at Wise Primary and happening across the school division as well. As Home Access Center is available to any parent of any of our students across the entire school district. Here at Wise Primary, we have from first grade through fourth grade most of the time, teachers will post their grades inside of Teacher Access Center, which is our main grade book, and parents are able to use a username and password to get into their Home Access Center, and that's the home portal where they can view student grades, they can see attendance, they can check up on any discipline issues that have happened, as well as make sure that some of the information that they provided to the school system is correct. If you change your doctor or you change your insurance provider, you can go in and check to see that the school has the correct information inside of our Home Access Center.
So, Daniel, do parents use the SNAP code that they received at the beginning of the year, or how do they get that username and password? So
the username and password is different from the SNAP code that they received at the beginning of the year. The SNAP code was so we could register and re-register our students and update any information regarding the student and any parent contact information and things like that. The Home Access Center username and password is provided by the teacher usually about 3 or 4 days into the school year, when everything has been generated out, and it's a different code and a different login location. So they'll go to a totally different website and they'll use a different login information for Home Access Center than they did with the SNAP code.
How will parents and families be able to find the link for Home Access Center?
So Home Access Center can be found on the main Wise County Public Schools website. If you go to wisek12.org, and you click on For Parents. It's over on the left. It's about 3 links down. It says For Parents. You click there. About midways through the first part of the screen, you'll see Home Access Center. There'll also be a video there that instructs parents on how to get Home Access Center up and running for them if they've never logged in before, or if they're just struggling to log in. We have a tutorial video there, but the link to Home Access Center is found about midways in the page, and once they click there, they'll be prompted for their username and password that was provided by the teacher when the student brought the login information home.
Daniel, this is such a great way for parents to stay up to date and not be able to be surprised with grades, or whenever the report card comes out and go, oh, I didn't realize that my student was, or my child was missing an assignment, or that they were struggling in a certain subject. So this is a great way for parents to stay on top of things.
It really is, Mary Beth, and the thing that I like the most about Home Access Center is the fact that parents can actually set up alerts for certain grades on that student's Home Access Center portal. So as a parent, you can go in and you can say, if my student has an average below a certain grade level, notify me. And it's a notification through email that says your student has this average, or it's below this average that you set. So you can actually get full notifications when your student starts struggling in a particular subject or on a particular topic in the classroom. And it's really handy as a parent to be able to have that information provided to you on a regular basis. Like you said, so you're not surprised when they have the report card come home and they have a grade that you weren't expecting. You really have a portal to see everything that's going on in the classroom that's been reported by the teacher as far as grades and attendance and even discipline issues.
Yes. And does the Home Access Center have a way for parents to communicate with the teacher?
So when you click on the far right of the tabs of Home Access Center, the teacher's name is actually a clickable link that brings you directly to their email, so you're able to quickly send them an email straight from your Home Access Center portal.
You know, this resource is really great for parents. I know with my two older children, we didn't have this available, and I know it for my son, for me to be able to go in and check in at any time to see if anything about his attendance or his grades, that it's right there at my fingertips.
Absolutely. I have two students here at Wise Primary, and the ability for me as a parent to be able to go in and check up on what they're doing and how they're doing, and if there's any little note that the teacher has left on a particular assignment, I can see all of that inside of Home Access Center, and that really is a powerful tool for parents. And also, some parents didn't know this, but this is one of the best features of Home Access Center for having two or more children, is you can actually tie your children together in Home Access Center. You have to contact the school, so you would have to go through the office, and if you want this to happen, you need to contact the main office of your school. But they can actually tie all of your students together under one username, so you don't have to log into multiple Home Access Center instances to see each child. You can just click in the top right and choose which student you're looking at. So right now I have both of my kids tied in together, so I log in one time. If I need to switch over to my son, I can switch him up in the top right, just choose him from a drop down. And then if I want to switch back to my daughter's grades, I can just choose her from the drop down up in the top right. So it's a neat feature, but you do have to contact the school to get that set up. But it's a very powerful way to be able to have all of that information in one location, rather than having to switch back and forth, log out, log in.
So if any parents have any problems or have any more questions, can they contact you?
Well, actually, what they would probably need to do is first contact the school. And it's because the school's main office for your child has the ability to go in and reset your password. They can check on any login errors that you may be having. And like I said, they can also tie your students together in your login so that you have one login for all of your children. So your first main of contact probably needs to be the main office. And then the main office can then get in touch with appropriate parties if need be. So if there's a problem with the actual account in general, they may have to contact our central office to get that happening. But the first line of contact for parents should always be the main office, and let them kind of direct where everything needs to go from there.
Thank you so much for being here, Daniel, and we appreciate you for sharing this information with our parents and our families, and we look forward to hearing more from you this year during our podcast.
Absolutely.
We would like to thank our guests for being with us today, and we look forward to talking next week about reaching and teaching all children, and we hope that you will join us again next week for the primary focus.